This is where the game really gets hard. Welcome to part 3 of Streets of Rage. We are now tackling the ship, which, again, loving the scrolling animation of the background. Alright, this is where, look at all these Garcias! There are so many Garcias here. I had to take my time with this. If you group them all into a small pack, there's a special guarantee? There is a really high guarantee that you probably will not get hit. Just resort to your jump kicks and don't do anything else. If you're very risky like me, however, you'd probably be able to nail off a few combos. But again, be quick on your thumbs. Not quick on your feet, quick on your thumbs. Because I wouldn't be surprised if you're mashing that B, A, or C button, whatever you have the button set to. And there's just going to be a lot of crap thrown at you. I think in 2-player mode there's actually 2 1-ups here. However, I'm not sure. Actually, no. That sneezing powder is replaced by another apple. That's what I was thinking of. I'm surprised that I actually remember this stuff. For those wondering, can you go over 9 chances in this game? Yes. You can exceed 9 chances in this game. One problem though, when you beat the game, what will end up happening is you will not be credited for every extra chance that you get. That's something I have noticed. At least in Revision 0. This is fixed in Revision 1, which is available on the Genesis 6-pack. I think what Revision 1 did was fix a few bugs that were present. I forget exactly what, though. Oh yeah, and here's where we start. I don't even know if these ones are called Electras. I call them Electras only because Streets of Rage 2 and 3 logic. But yeah, the female police officers. They apparently some will pretend like, "Ow, you hurt me! You are such a very awful man!" And then they'll stay there for like 5 to 10 ducking seconds after that jump kick, just laying there on the ground. Well, I think what you have to do is you have to like walk away for a short while, and then they'll come back to their senses and start attacking you again. But still, that's some sick bullfish. Not even I would want to have that be a worry. This only applies to the black ones. There's no racism here. They're red, black, and white. Or red, black, and silver, according to the strategy guides that I've seen around here. I will not lie. I really do not remember the names of most of these enemies. Especially these warrior-like ones. I mean, like... Well, can I consider them ninjas? Or fighters, or whatever the duck their names are? But yeah, jump kick to the face. That's all you really need to do here. I can't tell if the background is either continuous or if it actually has an end. Because I know in modern day, if you are to do there's a pattern. There's a pattern here. But I know if you're a pretty good ROM hacker, you can make the image look as if it's endless. And we actually have to fight Abedity again. This time it's a stronger version of Abedity, but he goes down in a few hits. It's not like it's anything too problematic. That's actually one thing I don't like about this game. Same thing with Golden Axe. One of the things I did not like about Golden Axe was the fact that there were recolors of enemies. Death Adder. Like, after you beat Stage 5 of Golden Axe, you have to... not Stage 5, Stage 6. You then have to go into the dungeon where you fight an even stronger Death Adder. He's not even called Death Adder at that point. But... It's just insane. I don't like the concept. It doesn't feel right. None of it feels right. But, what can you do with early Genesis games? Back then, that's all you were really limited to. Actually, I think Death Adder in the original was replaced with Death Adder Jr. Oh yeah, this is where the jugglers start becoming, they start just jumping around and throwing and nogging their heads. Yes, I said nogging their heads. Yeah, just shaking around. Shaking the booty. Shake your booty. Booty, 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 booty. That's usually what I say when I like to make fun of butt shaking and twerking. Do you want to know, if you're wondering about my opinions when it comes to butt shaking and twerking and whatever, if that's your thing, go for it. Just please don't do it at like a don't do it at a place where people would be very conservative with you if they were if they were to look at what you do. Because heck, I remember when I used to be moderate with everybody. And I won't lie when I say, sometimes I got ticked when people were grinding and working and whatever. But hey, I don't give a duck about that anymore. You can do whatever the heck you want around me. Well, except for a few things, but a few things in particular. But yeah. But yeah, if you're a booty popping twerker, we don't mind that. We do not mind that one bit. I am okay with that. By the way, if you were playing co-op mode here, Ability would show up again. But here comes the Jade clones, or as they would be translated to in Streets of Rage 3 US, Mona and Lisa. I think it's Ohiname and Yakamura or something in the Japanese version. They keep their names in Streets of Rage 3. But, yeah. Again, they're pretty much just Jade. I mean, I said Jade? Blaze, I'm sorry. I've been calling Blaze Jade all this time? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, normally what I do, especially with Adam, Adam actually, he's the best against these two. Mona and Lisa are very weak to his jump kick, but if you can, try to nail off some punch combos, try to kick him, do whatever the heck you can. It is not an easy run, I assure you. This is not easy to do. That sound is probably more annoying than Wily's UFO in Rockman 2 and 9. Well, I really don't think the sound is annoying, to be honest. Wait a minute, hang on. There are 3 chutes here. There are 3 chutes there. I've always wondered, is Streets of Rage a 3-player game? Like, what excuse me. When Streets of Rage 1 was being worked on, was there originally a concept for having a 3-player mode? Because I've always wanted to play 3-player Streets of Rage. Game Ground got the 3-player treatment, so why not Streets of Rage, right? Then again, I think this game was only released in on consoles. I don't think it ever got an arcade release, except for Megatech. Then again, I don't know much about the Megatech version of Streets of Rage, so I can't say a dang thing about it. The Megaplay version of Streets of Rage 2 gives you unlimited continues, which is something I truly praise the game for. I actually wish that a lot more games would do that. In fact, I've always wondered, how come on the Genesis and the Super Nintendo, not to be confused with the Mega Drive and the Super Famicom, how come most games got the limited continues treatment? I mean, heck, the Castlevania games don't have limited continues except for Bloodlines, which is on the Genesis. Again, what is up here? Why are we having limited continues? Well, Sonic the Hedgehog I can understand. Contra Spirits has unlimited continues. Contra 3 does not. So again, it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder why most games didn't get the 3 or more player treatment. It makes me wonder why most games didn't get unlimited continues. It just doesn't really feel right. Something is wrong with the old gaming world. And one day, I really hope that somebody out there, if it's not me, makes a ROM hack of every game that has limited continues and gives us unlimited. You would not know how much I would be happy to play some of these games live and know that I can never get a game over unless if I decide to hit the game over option. You do not know how happy that would make me. And hey, we get to fight Big Ben again. I don't know if Big Ben got recolored here. I'm really glad I didn't do that. Okay, so this is where I show off the unlimited punches glitch. Basically here what you do is, you can basically just punch an enemy continuously. Just do it, punch, 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 punch. You basically time each of your punches either by a half second or 0.75 seconds for each hit. And you can just keep wailing on an opponent. This glitch is actually taken out of Streets of Rage 2 because it runs on a different engine, I think. But yeah, at that point, you'd be able to defeat any enemy at any rate you choose. This, however, does not apply to Mona and Lisa. This does not apply to Mr. X. This actually doesn't apply to a lot of bosses, but it's worth the time. It's very well worth the time. I've always liked that concept. You know, I thought the factory would actually have a little bit more to go for, but yeah, sadly it doesn't. There really isn't enough to really show off here in the factory, except, you know, slightly detailed neon conveyor belts. Oh yeah, by the way, I think I showed off, there was a gold brick earlier in the stage. Yeah, those gold bricks, they give you 5,000. It's actually very nice if you need the extra chances. But look at me, I've got over 9 chances. I do not need any more 1-ups right now. Actually, true story. So I decided to visit Chuck about 2 Fridays ago. Well, 2 Fridays ago at the time of this recording. It's November 6th. And one of the things I did was I brought over New Super Luigi U because I had bought it. I bought it so that we could. I bought it and brought it over so that we could play, so that we could complete NSMB in full. Because I never got the chance to play World 8 of New Super Mario Bros. U, so I also decided that was a good idea. I don't have a Wii U at this point, by the way. And hey, we got another police car. And another extra chance. I don't need it anymore. So I was playing as Nabbit. Yes, Nabbit, completely invincible. Any power up you collect, automatic 1-up. You would not be surprised at how much I ticked off Chuck and Chris just because I kept getting 1-ups. Oh man. I won't lie, they are some of my greatest late Generation 1 members. Whenever I hang out with them, I always have a blast. I don't know whenever I'll be able to get them to do stuff here on the channel, but you know, whenever we do stuff together, I consider it to be more like a rehearsal. It's like a big rehearsal for some big moment that we'll be doing later on. Oh man, really fun times. What the heck? Oh right, I forgot. Yeah, I apparently didn't notice that I pressed the F4 button on my keyboard, so I decided to switch the frame skip to 0. It doesn't really change anything, but one thing I have noticed is if you set your computer's, if you set Gen's re-recording, whether it be 11A, 11B, or the soon-to-be released 11C, you can set the frame skip to 8, which is the fastest, and what it will do is, do not be surprised if your video, in any way, shape, or form, like if you're doing an AVI raw dump, don't be surprised if it gets recorded faster than it was supposed to. That's something I've always loved, and that's why I recommend, if you're getting Gen's re-recording, do not use 9F, do not use 10, just use 11B and 11C. Because 11A is kind of limited as to how you can do this. Because sometimes the video will, like the gameplay itself will actually move faster than the way you intended it to, and that's a glitch that's already been fixed. Again, you guys down in the Task Videos community, you are really great people. Keep making these emulators. To be quite honest, the way that I do my playthroughs, I probably could have these as, I don't know how to put it. I could probably have these playthroughs on the World of Long Plays website. The only problem with that is, games that I'm recording already have already been done. And there are only like a few hundred, or I forget exactly the amount of the Genesis library, with the exclusion of hacks, respectively. But, pretty much any game that's already been done at this point. I don't know what game I could probably record for that website. Sort of got a list, but the heck do I know? Oh, that's why I showed off that you could throw Wolverine into another Wolverine. Yeah, this is where they're starting to recycle bosses. Again, cartridge limitations at that time were the reason the Streets of Rage cartridge limitations at that time was the reason the Streets of Rage didn't get as much beauty as it possibly could have. Actually, this kind of makes me wonder now. I've always wanted to play Bare Knuckle Beta, but as far as I'm aware, and SOR Online says it too, there is not a copy, there is not a dumped ROM of Bare Knuckle Beta yet. At the time of this recording, anyway. I would not mind looking that up for everybody. I would not mind going out of my way to try to see if there actually is a legitimate Bare Knuckle Beta hanging around out there. I don't know. They had slight design changes. I don't know if the music stayed the same, but it just looked better. It was a better game to look at than the final release. And that's how I feel, because they had these different versions of signals where you could actually see their face instead of the back of their head. That's something that's always bugged me with Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if SOR Remake actually fixes that, but then again, what do I know? I haven't played SOR Remake at this point. And I don't know what the artist concept was supposed to be at that time anyway. Heck, these games were made before this body was born. I've been going on about. See you for part 4.
This portion of Royameadow has been brought to you by Caitlin Rastellini, the greatest Royameadow Generation 2 Eternal Broski who ever existed.